All right, so in our notes today, we're doing number 15. All right, again, that good news, it's going to be a really easy day, hopefully, in the math department as far as what we're doing. All right, but we are going to have a little bit of writing involved today. But I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather write a lot and the math be easy than not have to write a lot and have to think real hard about the math. If the math is hard, then I don't like it. All right. So the first thing, guys, we do have a definition that we want to fill in, and that's a solution. Because today, if we're going to determine solutions, don't we need to know what a solution is? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, so a solution is a number used for the variable that makes the inequality true. A number used for the variable that makes the inequality true.
Hey, I spelled equality on the first time.
Good, because that's a word we need to spell on Friday, right? Yeah. All right. So basically, guys, what this is saying is it means that, like, I can take that number and I can change the variable to that number, and when I work out the math, I get a true statement. So, like, when I work out the math, it might end up saying 10 is greater than 8. Is 10 greater than 8?
No.
Is 10 greater than 8? Yeah, guys, that's true. So whatever number I used in this hypothetical situation, that would be a true answer for. All right? So basically, guys, if you get a good answer, the number was good. If you get a bad answer, the number was bad. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in this first problem, okay? So right here it says we want to determine which numbers are solutions for inequalities. Because I want us to remember, like, equations, it had to equal one thing, right? But for inequalities, if I'm saying, like, x is greater than 2, can x just be one number? No, x can be any of the numbers that are bigger than 2, right? So that goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So these problems have an unlimited amount of answers. So even though I have 5 numbers to choose from, technically all of them could work, right? Or maybe just one of them works. But really, how many answers are there?
One.
An infinite amount. The answers are going to go on and on forever. The only numbers that we have to try are these 5. Because, guys, can I try every single number out there? No. So the difference is, guys, yesterday we were trying to get x by itself, right? So we were doing the opposite to get x by itself. Here, like here I'm talking about n. I don't want n by itself. I want to change n to a 0. I want to change it to a number. And the numbers I'm going to change it to are these 5. All right? So let's start with the first one. I'm going to write it in, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? So right here it says 5n is greater than 10. Do y'all see that? All right, so I want to write 5. In my list of numbers, what's the very first number that I have to choose from? 0. So instead of writing in, I'm going to write 0. And I'm putting it parentheses so it doesn't look like 50, right? What does it mean if they're next to each other? Multiply. Okay, so let's do that in a minute. And then it says greater than. So I'm going to put that greater than inequality symbol or alligator symbol. And then I'm going to put 10. Okay, so I'm going to pause right now. Are there any questions on where I got that to write down? Are we good? Okay. So now, guys, Noah? We're just going to go in order. We're going to start with the first one, try it, then we'll do the second one, then we'll do the next one. Okay? Hunter?
Where did you get the 0 from?
The 0, do you see this list of numbers right here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We just started with the first one. Anahi?
So if you don't be in order, it gets wrong.
What was it?
If it doesn't be in order, does it be wrong?
Technically, you can do it in any order, but if we want to keep it simple and make it easy, we're just going to start with the first one and work our way over. Okay? And that's just going to make our math easy to keep up with. All right? So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to actually do this math. So this says 5 times 0, right? Raise your hand if you can tell me what's 5 times 0. Kelsey? 0. So now this says 0, and then we have that inequality symbol, and we have 10. That's the greater than symbol. Now, guys, if you can't remember which one's greater than and which one's less than, remember, if I look at this, I just want to decide, is the alligator eating the big number? Is my alligator eating the big number here? No. So is this a good answer? No. So I'm going to write no. This is bad. All right, the alligator is eating 0. That means it's going hungry. It's not getting anything. It'd rather eat the bigger number, okay? So what we're going to do, guys, is what number did I use when I got that? So I'm going to mark out that first number, because did it work? No. Okay? All right, and now I'm going to draw a line so I can separate my work. And now, guys, we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to do it with the next number. All right, so now what number am I going to use? 1. So I'm still going to write my 5. I'm still going to write the parentheses next to it, but instead of putting 0 there, I'm putting 1. And then it says greater than 10. So I'm going to pause here. Are there any questions on where I got that from? Chris? All right, so after 0, what number was next to that? The 1. So we're just going in order. All right, and you'll notice, guys, every time, like if I put no, I want to put an X, because then I can just look next to it to know what number I'm at. All right? Hunter?
So you're always going to use the number 2 times? Or the 1 in the parentheses and to do what you just did?
So like this 10, this 5, and this 10, we're going to use it for every single problem that we do. And how many times are we going to work this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay? So right here, so Hunter, right here it says 5 times 1. What's that going to give me? 5. So now it says 5. There's my inequality symbol, and 10. All right, so is my alligator eating the big number here? No. So I'm going to write no. So was that a good answer? No. So I'm going to mark out 1. Okay. So guys, here's the thing. Could you technically do this in your head? Yes. But can I see it in your head? No. So guys, even though this is kind of simple, you've got to write all of this out, okay? Tony?
So whenever you put the number next to the 5, is it just multiplying?
Just multiplication. Every single time, if the numbers are next to each other, it's multiplication. Okay? Good question. All right. So now, what number am I going to try next? Akina?
2.
The 2, because that's the next on my list. All right. Camilla, do you think you can tell me how to write that?
You put 5 and then 2 inside parentheses, and then you add the
Greater than sign?
and then
Okay, so I'm going to pause again. Are there any questions on where we got 5 times 2 is greater than 10? See, my 2 was next, right? So it said 5. I put 5. It said n. What am I using for n now? 2. We take out that letter every time and change it to a number. Okay. And then it said greater than, so I wrote greater than. And then it said 10, so I wrote 10. Okay. All right, so now, Tony, what do I need to do?
You need to multiply 5 by 2.
And what does that give me?
10.
10.
So what would that be equal to?
It would be, but does it tell me equal to?
No.
No, it says greater than, so is this a yes or a no? This is a no. What if it had, Tony, what if it had that line underneath?
It'd be the correct answer.
Then it would be correct, all right? But since it doesn't have that line, this is a no, so I've got to mark that number out again. Okay? All right, Chris, I'm going to get you to help me with the next one, okay? All right, so now what number am I on now? So I marked out 0, marked out 1, marked out 2, so what number am I doing? 3, okay? So we're doing the same problem again, so what comes first? 5. The parentheses, and what's going to go in there? Instead of n, what am I using? 3, and then what do we need? The symbol. That's fine. The greater than symbol is what it is. You can call it just the inequality. I'm fine with that. And then we have 10. All right, Chris, what am I going to need to do next? Perfect. So, and I multiply, what do I get? 15. So 5 times 3 is 15. Keep our alligator symbol, right? Our inequality. 10. So is this one true? Is the alligator eating the big number? Yes. So do I want to mark that number out? No, I want to show it's my answer. Guys, how do you show something as your answer? Truett? Circle it. So instead of putting an X, I'm going to circle that 3. Bam. Okay? So guys, here's my question. If we know 15 is bigger than 10, do we think when we do the 4, do we think it's going to work?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you still have to show it?
Yes.
Yeah, we still got to plug it in and show it, though, okay? So I should see where you've done every single number. All right, Javon? Yeah, go ahead. Set it up for me.
You do 5 and put 4 parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
Put the symbol, the greater than symbol.
Perfect.
Then you put 10.
Okay.
And you multiply 5 times 4.
And we get 20.
And you put the greater than symbol in 10.
And is that one true?
Yes.
Yes. So how many answers did I get? 2. So out of those 5, 2 of them work. Now, guys, are those the only 2 numbers in the whole wide world that will work? No. Those are just the 2 that they gave me that work. Okay? All right. Y'all ready to try number 2? All right. Does someone think they can set up number 2 for me? Sean, let's hear what you got.
11 minus 4 in parentheses.
All right. And we don't have to put the parentheses unless they're next to each other. But, Sean, here's the cool thing. You could put them. It wouldn't matter if you had them. Okay? Keep going.
Then you want to put the greater than,
All right. And this one is actually less than
less than,
or
equal,
equal
then 5.
than 5. Okay? So I want to pause here. Chris, we good with where that 4 came from? Was that first number? Noah, question? No, you want to answer the next thing for me? Okay. So real quick, guys, are there any questions on where 11 minus 4 is less than or equal to 5 came from? So I took my 11, right? Took my minus sign. The x changed to 4, and then we brought down the 5. Tony?
So whenever a letter is there, we just put the next number that's on it.
Mm-hmm. Since it gave us numbers, we're putting the numbers there.
Okay.
Hunter?
If we always put our numbers in parentheses on the test, will we get it correct?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so now it says 11 minus 4. What is 11 minus 4 going to give me? Truett? 7. And then we have less than or equal to 5. So again, guys, I know a lot of us have trouble remember which one is the less than and which one is the greater than. So just go back to thinking about is the alligator eating the big number? Is the alligator eating the big number here?
No.
No, it's eating the little one. Is that right? No, guys, alligators are hungry. So this is going to be no. And then I need to mark that number out. And here's the cool thing. So Sean and Hunter, y'all are both asking if you do put parentheses around that. Here's the cool thing. If that has parentheses, is it easy to see what number it was? Yeah. It makes it easy to tell what you're marking out or what you're circling. So if you want to keep those parentheses there, that's absolutely fine. Tony?
How did you get the 7?
The 7, 11 minus 4. 11 minus 4 is 7. So, like if you have...
Normally whenever I would get a number, I would count like whatever number it was, like 4.
So I can go from 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's my 7. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, next one. Go ahead, Chris. Hunter, did anyone have a question?
No.
Okay. All right, Chris, go ahead for the next one. What's it going to say?
11 minus symbol and then put 5.
Excellent.
The alligator
The alligator symbol. Good. That works.
and the 5.
And the 5. Make sure we have that less than or equal to there. Good job. All right. Can you do that math for me real quick? 11 minus 5? 6. Excellent. And then we have our less than or equal to 5. Now, Chris, is my alligator eating the big number here? No. So is this good? No. And then we're going to mark that one out. Excellent job. Okay. Truett?
So you do 11 minus 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then you bring down the greater
Less than
less than
or equal.
or equal to, and then you put 5.
Okay. And what's it going to say underneath that?
5 less than or equal to 5.
Okay. So, guys, in this case, is the alligator eating the big number?
No, it's equal.
No, but it's equal. And does this one give me the equal bar?
Yes.
So is this a good answer?
Yes.
Yes. So what do I need to do to that number? Hunter? You got a question? What's your question, Hunter? Oh, you want to do the next one. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Hunter, go ahead and do the next one. Kelsey, is that what your hand was up for earlier? Okay. All right, I'll come over to you later, Kelsey, okay? All right, Hunter, what's the next one going to be?
11 minus 7, the symbol and 5.
Okay, and then what do I get underneath that?
11 minus 7,
Mhm.
4.
4.
And then
Less than or equal to.
and then you do 5.
All right, and is my alligator eating the big number?
But yes.
Yeah, it's eating the 5, which is bigger, so that's going to be yes. All right, Chris, question?
On the other one, why would it be equal? Why would you circle it if it's equal?
Because you see this line right here? Remember, this means less than, which is not less than, or equal to. Since this is equal to, it works. So if it has that bar and it can be equal, we can circle it. Okay? All right, my next one. All right, Kelsey, go ahead with that one.
Do 11 minus 8 is less than or equal to 5.
All right, and then what do I get underneath?
3
3.
less than or equal to 5.
And is that true? Yes. So we're going to circle that one as well. Okay? Questions?
No.
All right. Gabby, can you set number 3 up for me?
8 plus 5. And then
The symbol and 20. All right, so now we got to add that together, 8 and 12. What's that going to give me? 20. And Gabby, is that going to be true? No. And why is this one not true, Chris? It doesn't have the bar. If it had the bar, would it be true? Yes. So we're going to put no, and we're going to mark out 12. Are you good with that, Hunter? Because this one just says greater than. Does it have the equal bar?
Why would it? Oh, okay.
Because it's just greater, and 20 isn't greater, and it doesn't give the equal to as an option. Okay. All right, Chris, next one.
The 8 and the sign, and then put 13.
Is
What?
then what else? 8 plus 13?
Oh, 21.
No, we got to still finish writing the problem out. We have 8 plus 13. We got to have our the alligator sign and the 20. And then I get 8 plus 13 is 21. Keep my sign. And that one is true. So we're going to put yes and circle it. Okay, next one. The next one, Javon.
So, 8 plus 14, and the alligator sign is 20. And 8 plus 14 is 22.
All right, and then we still have the
Alligator sign is
and 20. And is that one true?
yes.
Yes. All right, so easy. They just have a lot of writing, right? All right, let's look at the bottom ones. The bottom ones are even better. All right, so let's read the directions. It says, is the given value a solution? So what type of answer am I looking for to that question? Is the given value a solution? What type of answer would I need, Camilla?
Yes or no?
A yes or no. Haven't we already been doing yeses and nos? Yeah. All right, so Tony, on number 4, I only have one number to try, right? Can you set that up for me on number 4?
11? Alright, no.
Okay, so we have 7 first, right?
7.
And then the n is next to it, but what are we using? Multiplication, and we're going to use the number 11. And then we need
Symbol.
the symbol and 28. Perfect. All right, let's do our math. What do we get there? 7 times 11. 77. And then we have our symbol and 28. So is the alligator eating the big number here? Yes? So guys, this time, do I have to mark anything out? All we're looking for is yes and no, so I'm going to circle my yes. That's all we needed here. So do these take as long? No. All right, first guys, do I have a question? So I know a lot of us want to answer the next one. Chris?
What if your alligator looks like a 7 on this or something?
Just be careful. Make sure it's an alligator. Erase it and rewrite it if it looks like a 7. Okay, Hunter?
This is like a little confusing since we don't have the numbers for anymore.
So do you see right here where it says n equals 11? That's where we're getting the number from now.
I thought that was an H.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just a really ugly written n. Okay. That's where that number's coming from. And look, it still has the semicolon, just like up here where it had it. Okay, Maribel?
I thought you got that good no because you have that equal sign.
All right, so remember this means greater than or equal to. It doesn't have to be equal. It can be, or it can be bigger. Okay? Kaylin, was that your question? Okay. All right, number 5. This is our last example to do. Set it up for me. Ethan, I haven't heard from you today. Perfect. Awesome job reading that symbol, too. All right, what do I get on the next line? 20 minus 15 is? 20 minus 15. It's just 5. So we get 5 is less than 28. Is that true? Yeah, the alligator is eating the big number, so we get yes again. What if I had gotten a no? You would just circle no. Okay? All right. So, guys, our homework is on the back. Our homework is on the back. This is what I want you to do, guys. There